All right, so in this video, I want to talk about how to actually get lean and maintain it. And one of the issues that I see everywhere is that a lot of people jump on these different diets to lose weight and they get some progress, they get to a decent goal, and then they gain the weight back. And I've learned this kind of the hard way, and I'm going to teach you kind of the mentality that you need to have in order to stay lean for life, because the goal isn't just to lose the weight and get to your goal body fat, it's to actually stay there and be able to enjoy it. Now, the first mistake that I see people make is they pick a fat loss solution, they pick a diet, they pick a strategy that they don't really enjoy. They pick a strategy that kind of sucks, where they feel like they're suffering. I'm gonna do this diet for 12 weeks and then get to my goal and then everything's gonna be amazing and life's gonna be awesome. Or I'm gonna do this, diet for 2 months, this the crazy workout, just try and get there really fast. And they have no intention to actually maintain that. They just want to get this done and then life's gonna be amazing and somehow they're gonna magically maintain their weight. So the first thing is, the first rule is that the strategy that you use to get to your goal, if you don't like it, if you don't like that strategy, you're never gonna be able to maintain your results. So if you're doing a low carb approach to get to your goal, to lose weight, if you can't actually like get around doing the low carb for long term, it's just really not going to work. You're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure because even if you get to your goal and then you try and eat at maintenance, you've never learned how to actually eat at maintenance. You've never learned how to actually find an approach that you really enjoy. So you're going to gravitate back to your previous eating habits that got you overweight. So it's really, really crucial that you find a strategy that you actually can enjoy. And this is where stuff like intermittent fasting, stuff like flexible eating, where you can basically eat what you want within your calories and macros, is the most incredible approach. That's like the only long-term solution. People are not going to be eating low carb for life. It's just not realistic. And if they do, it's just going to burn them out, or they're not going to be quite as happy. It's like the flexible approach is the approach that you need to learn how to master. The ability to, all right, I want to eat chocolate tonight. I'm going to fit 400 calories into my diet. Or I want to have a hamburger. I'm going to fit I'm going to go cook, some extra lean ground beef. I'm going to make a hamburger and I'm going to feel good about eating that hamburger because it fits my diet. It's like learning how to actually feel good on your diet as you get lean is the first most important step. Now, the second thing, and this is pretty much the last point I want to make for you guys because this is going to be a short, simple video, is that the strategies that you used, the style that you used, and the lifestyle changes you used to get to your goal, you have to keep doing it. And this might suck to hear. It might suck, but the idea is that we're building this amazing lifestyle together. We're building this amazing lifestyle of working out, of eating towards our body's needs and eating in a way that fuels us and supports our training and supports our leanness goals. And so you have to keep doing those things. So if you used fasting to get lean, you got to keep fasting. If you were kind of tracking your calories, you got to keep tracking your calories. If you were eating really filling foods that kept you satisfied, like fruits, potatoes, lean meats, etc., you got to keep eating that stuff. If you start going back to these old habits, old behaviors, you're going to undo all that progress. So what I teach and what I really recommend is that once you get to your goal, maintain the fast. Keep eating the foods that you're eating. The only difference is now you have an extra 400 to 600 calories to play around with. So if you used a 2,000 calorie diet, that was your calorie deficit. You're eating 2,000, maybe you burned 2,600. If that was your diet to get lean, well, you kind of do the exact same thing, but now you get to eat 2,600 calories. So you're able to kind of plan out that extra 500 or 600 calories. And crazy enough, and this is what really makes my philosophy, like this is why so many people transform their body, get amazing results following the stuff that I've been doing, is because the refeed days. Because on our refeed days, we're eating at maintenance. So they're already learning how to actually maintain their body fat with these strategic refeed days where we eat at maintenance. So, once a week, they get to have this refeed day where they're eating 2,600 calories. Well, guess what? When you get to your goal, that's what you can pretty much do every day. And if you need to throw in a bit of a low-calorie day once or twice a week just to kind of balance things out, you absolutely can. So people on my program are getting killer results, and they're learning, and they're building a skill for life. That's why these Kino warriors, they're staying ripped year-round. The Kino warriors, they get ripped, and they stay ripped, and it's so damn cool. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you. The last point to make is that, having that extra 500 or 600 calories to maintain your weight is not as much as you think. It's really subtle. So it helps a lot because it's gonna help you stay a lot more full. So if you're a little kind of hungry on your diet, it's like, wow, you're gonna feel a lot more full. But like when it comes down to it, the amount of extra food that is not that much. It's really not. So if you're like, oh, I'm maintaining now, I can eat a lot more. Like, it's really easy to eat an extra 1,000 or 1,500 calories, and then you'll start gaining weight really, really quickly. So you got to be really cognizant that 500-600 extra calories is really, really, really not that much. Like if it's like an extra half bowl of pasta or whatever, it's not really a lot. So it's not going to feel. So the main point here is that eating at maintenance and eating to get lean isn't very different. It kind of is like the same amount of food, just a little bit more. And that's kind of the subtle difference, because if you're dieting correctly, you shouldn't be starving yourself. You shouldn't be eating a super, super low calories. You should be eating just the right amount so you can lose that kind of that pound, maybe a pound of fat per week. Maybe if you're doing a little more aggressive, pound and a half, and that's going to allow you to maintain strength as you're cutting. So just want to share this really simple video for you. I just want you to know that if you are trying to get lean or you're on a diet, that this is what you have to embrace. You have to accept this. You have to accept that once you finish your cut, you're going to keep doing it, but with a little bit more room to work with. And that's the only way this is really going to work for you long term. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to learn a little bit more about where you can figure out my programs, of course, I always leave that in the description, the bio, if you want to learn about that and get started. And that's it. Talk to you soon.